Hello, welcome. We're back at it with another exotic podcast video. I think this is like number 4 or 5. I don't remember exactly. This is my great friend. If you want to introduce yourself.
I'm Caleb. He's Mr. Monotone. Only speaks in the same monotone voice he always has.
Yep. Nothing but monotone.
I'm the gamer nerd of the group. I'm the guy who owns all the computers.
And it is facts.
That's damn straight. Wait, hold up. Are there rules to this channel that I should know about? How many times can I get away with F-bombs before you get demonetized?
Enough.
Nah, I'm kidding. I ain't gonna get you demonetized. You need money, you broke. You live in a broom closet. It's not even a good broom closet. It's literally off your living room.
Listen, it's better now that I have a nice PC setup. Yes, I had to use 2 Tupperwares to use a little desk.
I feel bad for that computer. I sold him his new computer. We're gonna show that in a different vid.
Yeah.
One of these days, we'll show you his epic gaming rig. You people don't understand just exactly what this man has to go through to even get a slight amount of gaming done. You even own any? Do you have a TV?
Yeah, I have a TV.
I didn't see it under the piles of crap you own.
It was right on my dresser.
What dresser? I saw boxes.
It was... So the boxes were in front of the dresser.
I can't remember.
Which the dresser is in front of the window. And on top of the dresser, there's a TV and a PS3. And next to the PS3, a little bit lower, there's an Xbox One S.
I feel so bad for your poor room. You really need to move out.
I'm trying.
He's getting there. He will one day, hopefully. Alright, what do you want to talk about?
Well, we obviously have to start off with Cars being the greatest movie.
Exactly. This is gonna go in the this better be in the thumbnail. Just Lightning McQueen in a McDonald's drive-thru. We're co-workers. We work for the same Mackies. But no, Cars is by far the best Pixar film.
Oh yeah.
It's just hands down. Not even nostalgia, because I rewatched it, like a few weeks ago and was like, that's a good movie right there.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking okay mango gem. It's all right. It's not as good as Baja Gold.
Yeah, Baja Gold's really good.
There's a reason I ran to that first. Throw that back there. That's not necessary. Tim, do you want to start? Why do you think Cars is the best Pixar film?
It's original, right? It's a good story. The animation for it, what, being like a
2006.
Yeah. It's really good.
Surprisingly. According to one video I watched, they got ray tracing in that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised it doesn't look good. The best scene to see the ray tracing is the scene with all the neon, which is by far one of my best memories as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember just the neon shaboom, life could be a dream, playing in the background is all the neon light. That's probably where my love of neon came from.
Oh, yeah.
I love neon signs. I love the look, I love the feel, I love the sound they make. Just everything came from Cars. That's why I like vintage cars, because I saw Flow and was like, that is what I want. I want a car with tail fins like that. But no, it has a really interesting story, all things considered.
Oh yeah.
Also, the soundtrack, just 10 out of 10. I cannot believe how good of a soundtrack they got. They got Life is a Highway, which just plays on the radio all the time at work.
Yeah.
So we're just keep going, Life is a Highway. It's great. Shaboom, Life Could Be a Dream. Get Your Kicks on Route 66. There was the one vintage one, and then they had the new one made by, oh god, what's the band? They made one, I can't remember it. But there's that version, then there's, Real Gone. The opening music is just great.
Oh yeah.
Also, I don't know, it's the way the characters act. I love Doc Hudson. That man could read a phone book, and I wouldn't be interested. He just has that voice. So his voice actor passed away in like 2008. interesting story. Keeps you engaged all the time. What else? I like the idea of Radiator Springs. It's just a town in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Mater's funny because he's played by Larry the Cable Guy. He's just so redneck. Doesn't make any sense. We won't go into logistics of the Cars universe because it's just that 3-hour long videos of people.
Yeah, that's a whole nother video.
That's 7 hours worth of just how. But no, I think it's the best Pixar film. All right, I got a question for you. Top 3 video game franchises. Like series. Something like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, things like that.
Elder Scrolls is an obvious number 1.
Respect.
For number 2, I'm gonna have to go with Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
I know you look like a weeb, but you just don't use your weeb talk with me, boy.
Listen, it's a fun ass series.
What's it even about? I've never actually heard somebody explain what it is.
Well, it's about this ninja. Comes from a ninja clan called Hayabusa. His name is Ryu, and you know he
Wait,
does.
is it the same Ryu from Street Fighter? It's the only Ryu I know. I'm probably butchering this. I can't wait for the 3 comments that just say that he says it wrong.
God damn it, he says it wrong. Cancelled on Twitter.
I don't have Twitter. No, I do. I don't think I've ever posted a single thing there. And if anybody finds it, it's gonna be really funny. Like, I'm just gonna get a random email that just says Twitter notification. It's just somebody like reported me.
Cancelled.
It's like you were mentioned in a post. I'm like, what's this? And they're just like,
Hashtag cancelled.
good luck.
Hashtag L plus ratio.
Don't start with that. Okay, so Genshin Impact.
No, Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, God, we don't talk about Genshin Impact.
I don't know why I thought of that. I don't even know what it is. You're not going to explain it. We're too busy talking about Ninja Gaiden.
Now, there's a different couple series in Ninja Gaiden. There's, the Ninja Gaiden, and then there's Ninja Gaiden Sigma, which deals...
Of course you would play a game with Sigma in the name.
Well, it deals with, demons and fiends and all that, and, deities, and I really like that part of the series a lot.
And number 3?
I'm gonna have to go with... I'm gonna have to say Fallout.
Respect, Fallout, 10 out of 10. That is by far one of my favorite series. That's going to be a whole nother video. I want you and me to just sit down and have an hours-long discussion about our favorite things about the Fallout series. That's another topic. My 3 has to be, let's see, obviously Fallout. BioShock is one of my favorites, and I'm surprised it took me this long to play them because I only played them a few years back. I guess I don't play a whole lot of series. I beat Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Amazing game. I had it on my Wii U and I couldn't understand how to play it because I was 12 at the time and had no idea how to use a Wii U competently. And it was have you ever played Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag?
Oh yeah.
You know that one sneak mission and towards the beginning where the dude gets his sugar stolen and you have to follow them
On the ship?
Well, no, you have to follow them through whatever the first port is you get to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing. I always failed because I had no idea what I was doing, and then I got annoyed, and then I went to go play Minecraft because that's just what 12-year-old me.
I remember there being a mission at the beginning where you kind of have to sneak through the forest, and then you have to get onto the ship and sneak kill everyone. I remember my first try. It was in the middle of the night. I was spending the night over my cousin's, and I was just playing it on the 360 because he passed out, and I was just awake. Okay, first try, without even trying, I fucking did it, and I sat there what the fuck? So I ended up going back a checkpoint and then actually trying, and then I never could get it again.
You somehow just mastered class assassined everybody in your life. How? How? I got on there all dead. What did I do? But no, dude, Black Flag, I don't know, just the thought of just me, some dude in a suave coat going around, blowing up ships, going yo ho, yo ho. It's great. It's the best concept ever. I don't know why they haven't really gone back to that pirate theme.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still plenty to explore. I mean, I have my own idea for an Assassin's Creed game, but that's a whole other topic we'll talk about later. But let's see. My last series. Oh man, I don't. The thing is, I play like one-off games like Minecraft most of the time. I'm probably gonna say Elder Scrolls, considering the #1 play game on my Switch is still, after 2 years, Skyrim.
Nice.
The memes, I don't understand how it happened, but I got Skyrim from a guy in class, in my construction tech class, who was selling off like a bunch of games, and he's like, yo, you want Skyrim for the Switch for $40 or something like that? No, I think it was $40 including a bunch of other games, and I was like, alright, bet. I've never played Skyrim before. I've seen all the memes. I'm gonna play it. I sunk probably 300 hours. I'd have to pull up my Switch and check, but it is a stupid amount of hours. Like, I just played. Like, I was going through dungeons. I was exploring. Like, just Skyrim in general is just a gorgeous game to explore. Like, amazing.
And there's still a lot of secrets that you can find.
Oh, dude, I didn't even know to beat. I completed the main story. I did not do every side quest. I still have quests to complete. I just got burnt out after doing all the DLCs. The DLCs are okay. I think Dawnguard needed some work. I think it needed.
Yeah.
I feel like it needed to be a little bit longer, and I feel like there needed to be a bit more content in it.
Yeah, the story with Dawnguard was good. I'll give it that.
It was good,
but there just needed to be more.
It felt like it needed something extra. Like, it was there. The idea was there. It just felt a bit off. Like, so one of the parts I felt lacking was like, you know how Dawnguard Castle's being fixed up? I feel like there should be natural progression in like showing, oh hey, this is a literal castle we're fixing. Here's new rooms, here's new places to build, here's a player home.
That would be really cool to see.
I know, and it felt like it was an underbaked idea. Also, like, I obviously picked the Dawnguard because I don't like vampires. I mean, that dude was like, what did you... Also, that was the other weird thing. So you find a girl entombed in like a dungeon, right? And she's like, yo, take me back to my dad. And you go to like this Van Helsing Dracula island, and he's just like, yo, wanna be evil with us? And you can say no, and he's like, alright, bet, and yeets you out the front door. It's just that part always just didn't feel right. It was like, what? So this all-powerful dude who I released his daughter, who knows I'm a threat, just casually is like, fam, yeet you out the front door. That's it. That's all we gonna do with you. And one last thing, the end fight, when you get all the Dawnguard together and you go fight. It felt very lacking. Like you literally just walked in and all the NPCs killed each other. And then the Dawnguard were just like, yay, we did it. And it was like, what did I do? It's not like I could shoot anybody because you all were standing in the way. And I can't use, isn't the giant battle axe named Ysgramor? The one you repair in the, what's the faction? I can't remember their names. I don't know, dude. Something.
It's gonna bother me now.
Yeah, it will bother me too, and I'm gonna go home and look it up. But,
the one in Whiterun, right?
yeah, the one in Whiterun, the one under the boat thing.
Yeah.
Where with like the werewolves and shit. Like the axe you fix up, Ysgramor's.
Yeah, it's the battle axe of Ysgramor.
Yeah, I couldn't use that because I was gonna hit the Dawnguard, and then they get all pissed at me. But no, and then you go and you fight her dad in a room that's just your standard boss fight, and then it's over. It's like, yay, you did it. one of the interesting parts that I felt like bugged me was the what's like the dark dimension or whatever it's called.
Oh, the Soul Cairn?
Yeah, the Soul Cairn. I thought that was really cool, and I ended up blowing through it because I was like, all right, I want to get this DLC done. I'm gonna come back and explore this, and do all the quests in there, and then I got out and I couldn't go back in because the game doesn't allow you to.
That's if you can go back in there if you choose to become a vampire.
Yeah, but I didn't obviously want to do that if I'm gonna go murder a bunch of vampires. So it bugged me that I couldn't do that because I was like so focused on the main quest, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go explore all this content later, and then I couldn't, and that felt really annoying.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
The other DLC?
Yeah.
Dragonborn.
Yes, Dragonborn. Now that is a proper DLC. That is where the game shines. It takes new location, new quests, interesting environments. Like, Dragonborn was probably one of the only DLCs in that whole game that I actually played through like every side quest.
Oh, yeah,
I talked to everybody, went through every shop, every side quest. It felt natural and fun.
That was my favorite story by far.
Yes, very interesting story. I loved what's the Leviathan demon thing called?
It's a give me like 2 minutes to fucking
Why?
on the tip of
We love Skyrim and can't think of half of the names of this crap.
Hermaeus.
Yes,
Hermaeus.
him. He is just an amazing character. I love the way he speaks.
He is my favorite Daedric prince. And that storyline, fucking loved him even more through it. Just going through his realm and
Yes, his realm. That is
powers
such
on
an interesting environment. It contrasts so differently to the base game that it felt like a whole different game entirely.
It sucks being a low level in his realm because you can get one shot by those motherfuckers.
That's why I waited until I was highly powered before I left. Okay, one of the biggest complaints about Skyrim is they didn't go far enough with DLCs. They made 3 of them, and one of them was a house builder. Like, one of your 3 main DLCs cannot be a sim. Like, Fallout 4 got away with it because it had the 2 DLCs that took you to different locations. It had one that took you to locations of the base game but added new stories, and then gave you contraptions and all the other DLC. So at least there was more content. This one gave you one DLC that took you into new locations in the base game, one that took you to a brand new location, and a little house. And I felt like it was weird to have that as a whole DLC. I felt like there should have been a free update.
Yeah. I know in the Skyrim 10-year anniversary edition, they added a lot more.
Well, they added all the Creation Club content for free, which some people are hoping they would do a Fallout 4, and I hope so too, because some of that Creation Club content is okay. I'm not going to pay for it because I can easily get mods, which I have started to do with New Vegas, but I'll show you guys that when I figure it out, because it's a beast to do. Oh, my RAM got delivered.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was in the bathroom at work, and I was like, yes, 16 gigs of RAM, baby. But, yeah, Fallout, Bioshock, and Elder Scrolls, 3 favorite series. Bioshock, I had always wanted to play this series. I had never heard about the story. The only thing I knew about it was Rapture, the Satan of the Sea. Like, just that, the environment alone made me want to play the game. And so I bought the collection for Switch for Christmas. And I played through the first Bioshock and went, my God, this is amazing. This is one of the best games I've ever played. It's one of those games that makes me want to forget that I ever played it, just like playing it. Like, the twist, which I don't want to spoil anything, but just the mid-game twist shook me. It threw off every sense I've ever had as a gamer, and immediately made me question things. Because I've played a ton of games, and they've all been similarly structured. This one flipped it on its head and went, now what? And just the environmental design of this game should get 27 awards at a minimum. Like, just level design, fantastic. Just scenery, fantastic. Characters, Sander Cohen is one of my favorite characters in all of gaming, and it's just because he's insane. He literally murders splicers and sticks them in poses, and then you're like, here, look at this. And he just walks down the stairs. He's waving his hands. I mean, what's funny, I don't think he is a splicer, at least not to my knowledge. I don't remember him having any splicer powers. So he was just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't, like, just the voiced characters. Andrew Ryan could literally read me the dictionary. And I would just sit there and weep in glory. He is that good. No, played through the whole game, adored it. I had the urge the entire game to jump into the game and start repairing Rapture. Like, I just wanted to grab a wrench and start fixing leaks. That's all I wanted to do the whole game. But no, gunplay was okay. It was a bit iffy at times. I loved the weapon selection. I hate how Infinite did it. It was only 2 weapons because it made me not want to experiment, because I was like, I don't want to grab a whole new gun and then be stuck with it for 20 minutes. And then be super annoyed when I can't kill anything because I'm not used to this. And you know, the OG Bioshock's like, yo, man, you can have 30, like, I can't remember if it's 8 weapons, but they're all different. They all have uniqueness. I liked the hacking minigame. Annoyed me, but it was kind of fun at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like lock picking. It's a chore, but it's kind of fun. Like, if you get it down really good and you try to be super fast with it, it's fun. But no, love the story. God damn it, the story's still fucking good.
See, it's been a long time since I sat down and played Bioshock. I think I was like 12 or 13 last time I
Dude,
played it.
Dude, the Bioshock collection on Switch is like $10.
How is it?
Yeah, dude. Like, I think for the 3 games, it's probably 15. And for like each individual game, it's probably like $7.
Oh, wow.
Dude, I'd hop on there. I bought it for Steam. I got it for free from Epic Games, but I wanted to get the Steam version so I can mod them potentially in the future, because I feel like Bioshock mods are very... Like, I looked at Nexus and they only had, like, EMBs. Like, I would love to design a mod that just restores Rapture, like, gets rid of all the debris.
Oh, that would be really nice.
That'd be kind of cool. It's just, like, even just, like, a walking simulator, just walk through the environments. It'd be so cool. But no, played through Bioshock 1, thought it was the best thing next to Jesus. Played Bioshock 2, loved it. I love the story. I love the fact that you're a big daddy, because it made me feel like a god. I have a drill in one hand. Well, no. Better yet, I have a 50 cal in one hand, a minigun out of a museum exhibit. I have lightning shooting from my fingertips, and I'm running around Rapture, just destroying anything that gets in my path. It's great. I love the story, the characters. I hated the one lady, Doctor, the one lady who takes your daughter, your daughter.
I know who you're talking about.
Sophia Lamb. I hated her. I wanted to put, I wanted to take my shotgun and just, I hated her. She's just so annoying. And it was so cool that your character, like, according to the game's lore, you were just a dude that showed up one day, and they were like, what if we just pumped you full of plasmas and see what happens? Ryan Industries here. Welcome to Mythbusters. We're going to see what happens when we take this parasite and just fill him with plasmids.
God damn it.
And Ryan standing there holding 3 vials of mystery goo. We took the labels off these, so we have no idea what's in them. Are you ready? It's just him gagged in the corner. I'm like, he's fine. He's a volunteer. But no, Johnny Topside, just great. Who's the one guy? Is it Sinclair? Is the one that you find out sold that kid into slavery? I think. That's one of the minor spoilers, but I think most people have played Bioshock 2.
Hey.
It's the one dude who betrays you, and then you can, like, go into the train cabinet and just shoot him.
I think that might be him.
I don't know who it was, but after I figured out that he turned that girl into a little sister, I dumped an entire 50 cal mag into him. Like, I literally just walked in and went, brrr. Like, I didn't even talk to him. I was just, brrr. And I waited until the gun was empty and went, he's dead, and walked away. No, environmental, amazing. Then we get to Infinite, and I want to hold off on Infinite for a minute while I discuss the book. BioShock Rapture book. Just buy it. Like, I'll lend you my copy if you want to read it. I had no idea that, like, the BioShock writers could write, like, an entire book this good. It's got plot, suspense, foreshadowing. Like, even without Andrew Ryan's voice, he still sounds like somebody I'd shed tears to. Just reading his speeches in this book is like, oh my God. And the visual storytelling they have about the city being built is great. Like, there's one scene where they're talking about the model, and he's like, they look like the Empire State Building had kids.
Huh.
And it talks about how it was designed, how it was built.
Mm.
You know, Hephaestus, all the different areas of the city being built. I'm like halfway through the book right now, and it's already one of my favorites. Like, I'm keeping it forever. It's just that good. It's kind of funny. There's a character in there that I don't think is actually mentioned in the game. At least not to my knowledge. I couldn't remember a character talked about in the game, but he's sort of like the quote-unquote main guy who you follow through most of the story. And, you know, the beginning of the story, he's literally just a plumber that comes into Andrew Ryan's house. And he takes a likeness to him because he's a hardworking man. One of the best questions he asks is, if you lost 2 fingers, would you keep working and find another profession, or would you beg on the street? And the man goes, no, I would find a job with 8 fingers. Even if I had no fingers, I'd find something to do. I'm not a beggar.
Right.
And Ryan liked that. What's funny, it explains why Ryan does what he does. It explains why his philosophies are the way they are. According to the book, he's Russian. He was around when the Soviets first came about, and you know how the Soviets praised unions and you know, the free people. He watched some of his family members be gunned down by Soviet guards. So he, from a young childhood, has seen how communism fails. And then he came to the States, you know, became a rich billionaire. The book opens up with him looking at the photos of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. According to his security guard, you know, they're just chatting in Ryan's office, and he goes, yeah, my guy in the NSA snuck these out. Shows him the pictures of the cities leveled. And he's talking about how all these people are dead, and Ryan realizes that the world is heading towards destruction, and the only way to save the world is by creating Rapture. And I think that makes sense. I mean, imagine this. You're a rich billionaire who has seen the fall of communism, has seen the faults in government, and now you realize these governments that have clear faults now have weapons that could destroy the entire planet. Would you rather put your safety in them or yourself?
Yeah.
So, no, the book is amazing. I haven't finished it yet, but I got a really good feeling it's going to end up with a banger.
I just remembered the Skyrim's warrior faction is called the Companions.
Oh, yeah, the Companions. Yes, those. I like them, but I feel like they lacked something.
Yeah, they definitely lacked a lot.
They lacked personality. I feel like it was like talking to 5 different people that all felt the same.
Yeah, my favorite faction was I'm gonna have to say Brotherhood.
Respect. And then we come to Infinite. God, I played through it, beat the game, and then immediately went, what happened? It is one of the only games I have ever played where I've had to sit down and watch a half-hour-long video explaining what the hell just happened. Because it all kind of made sense up to a point. I think that point is right when, you played through Infinite, right?
I'm not 100% sure.
Well, towards the end of the game, you're on this boat, and you go to destroy a statue, and the second the statue is destroyed, the girl you're helping gets all these powers, and then you're immediately teleported to Rapture. Immediately I went, we're in Rapture. What is going on? And then the bird thing dies. We leave the lighthouse. Well, we go through the bathysphere up to the lighthouse, and we leave the lighthouse, and it's like infinite universes and stuff. And I was like, why is this in a BioShock game? Why are we talking about infinite universes? BioShock to me is about human struggles. You know, it obviously has the whimsical taste, but it tells a central theme of human nature.
Right.
And then they're like, oh guys, look, it's infinite universes. Look, it's so cool. And then you die and it's over. It made no sense. And then Elizabeth's like, oh, there's always a lighthouse, a man, in a city. It's like, I guess. That's not the worst way to structure a game. A lighthouse, a city, and a person. That's not a bad idea for a theme in Bioshock games.
Yeah.
I would not be opposed to that, because I have several ideas how that could work. But, I don't know, it just seemed kind of weird that they're like, look guys, it's Rapture. Look, it's that thing you all love. It felt like it had no reason to be there. And the only reason it was there was just so that they could connect it to Bioshock 1.
Yeah.
The development of the game is really weird. Like, I'm watching a video right now about it, and it's very interesting. But it felt like a lot of wasted potential. And then I played through the Burial at Sea DLCs, and I got angry.
Oh, dude.
Like, I got pissed when I played through these because, you know, I have vague memories of Bioshock trailers as a kid. And I remember the Burial at Sea ones, and I remember those being like so cool. Look, it's that city on ocean, but it looks so cool. And then I played through it, and it's like,
bruh.
What? Well, for one, you know, I love seeing Rapture in its heyday. You know, shops bustling, people not crazy. It's surprisingly good. And it's one of the best walking segments I've ever played. But then they get into, you know, they talk to Sander Cohen, and he's amazing. And then they go down to the Fontaine Sunken Department Store. Alrighty, red flag. That has never been mentioned in the series at all, that Fontaine has his own department store. It makes sense in the grand scheme of things. But also, according to the Burial at Sea DLC, that's where they keep a bunch of, like, Atlas's supporters. It's a prison. And which is weird because Rapture already has a prison. It has, Persephone, the prison. So it just seemed weird that it's not mentioned at all. The skyhooks from Bioshock Infinite make a return in Rapture. And Booker even goes, oh yeah, kids use those all the time. Why have we never seen one? Like, we played through literally 2 Bioshock games without ever seeing these, and now you're just gonna go, oh yeah, they've been here this whole time. Also, one of the biggest critiques I have about Bioshock is the way they handle plasmids with the Vigors. Like, in Bioshock, they were like, yo, here are these things, here's all these advertisements for these things. Here's what happens when people used these. They became literal monsters. Like, it showed that people did use these in their daily lives. Infinite was weird because I remember, like, one person ever using... Actually, there's only, like, a very select few people in the whole game that ever use Vigors. And part of the beginning game is them literally being available at a fair. Like, you would think that some guards would be using plasmids against you, but no, they all use guns. Also, all the enemies in Bioshock Infinite feel just copy and pasted drones. At least the ones in the first